The benefits of undocumented illegal immigration, and it is as follows. I don't want to be teaching you to suck eggs, but on January the 10th, a 21-year-old Afghan immigrant stabbed an aspiring Royal Marine to death. Thomas Roberts was his name. Mohammed Rees, another illegal immigrant, was caught naked in a hotel room with a 13-year-old girl. The dirty pedo was sentenced to only 5 years in jail with no mention of any deportation, which is sickening. Another illegal immigrant, Ismail, 39, from the Colchester Barnet area, travelled 5 hours to meet what he thought was a 14-year-old girl for sexual activity. He had also been in contact with 3 other children. You will see a pattern forming. A Syrian illegal immigrant who met with a 12-year-old girl, bragging he was going to ASS rape her, has been charged with raping 2 other 10-year-old girls. Okay? I'm going to skip one because I've got a lot of these. 24-year-old illegal immigrant, Essen, Delaware, has recently been arrested and charged for sexually assaulting a 50-year-old woman in a park in Merseyside. Another sexual predator recently raped a vulnerable, unconscious woman twice. He spent 2 hours in a taxi searching for a hotel to rape her in. And here's the kicker. This is our British justice system. He was granted unconditional bail after being caught, and he fled the country immediately back to his home country of Afghanistan. He was sentenced to 12 years, but that doesn't matter because he's never coming back. The next one, guys, if you're listening over there, an Albanian double murderer faces being deported for the 2nd time after gaining citizenship with a false name. Here's the bad one. 4 so-called boys who arrived in a small boat have all been arrested in connection with the rape of a 15-year-old girl at school in Dover. We've all heard it. After they pinned her down to carry out the assault, it now turns out that 15-year-old boy was 21 years old.
Hanging. That's a bastard.
There's a pattern forming here, and we can all see it. You can all see it, people. Not only are adults, and especially our children, at risk with these people walking around, they're not also safe online with the phones that we keep giving them free. And they're predators, absolute predators. We know, the good people of Cannock, we know the difference between a genuine refugee fleeing war that needs our help and assistance and an illegal immigrant coming here for financial and criminal reasons. As a nation, we have, over many decades and centuries, given assistance to genuine refugees, and I want to keep doing that for the genuine refugees, not illegal immigrants. So the list of despicable crimes just read out are all from just this year alone, guys. We're only in the beginning of March, but the brainwashed BBC boat-loving bunch over there think we all have law-abiding doctors and engineers crossing in these boats. Unbelievable. I know that they're not, you know that they're not. The truth is, though, that these immigrant lovers over there, they don't care about you. They don't care about me or our loved ones, or anybody for that matter. They only care about themselves, and that's all they ever have done. They listen to what the mainstream news tells them and automatically repeat it, thinking it's the gospel truth, and they somehow stand on a bigger platform than we do. I almost feel sorry for them, as they're incapable. You guys over there, you're incapable of any sort of critical thinking. And they say alternative media and personal research as far-right extremism or misinformation, which we keep getting labelled with. And that's all it is, guys, a label. Shrug it off, that's all they've got. Because let me tell you, when the shit hits the fan, when the chips are down, when there's trouble happening in Cannock, or right in front of you, it's the likes of me and you guys, that will step in and help that person out, that will do right, morally right. These guys won't. You won't see them for dust. They'll be nowhere to be seen. And, or if they are here, they'll just turn a blind eye in the name of cultural diversity. Their only purpose at demonstrations is to cause divide and hate. And these people are a danger. Those guys over there, they're a danger to themselves and society, and they're a danger to me and you. Absolute danger. But thankfully, they're a small minority, as we can see. Very small minority. I'd say 90% of them have been buzzed in from somewhere else. So, they can continue to spew their shit and their hatred and their vile buzzwords. Everything they've learnt from the BBC, because they know jack all else. Right? But don't ever fear being called a racist. Standing on the right side of history and loving the country you're from and wanting to keep it safe is not racist at all. You see, the big difference between us and them is we're not here spreading hate and division. We're here today spreading some uncomfortable truths to the people of Cannock and trying to promote unity for all of us, and I'll continue to do so as long as I'm breathing, and no amount of name calling is going to stop me. It's never going to stop us. But to finish off, ladies and gents, thank you for your time. I propose from now on, because there's quite a few businesses that seem to agree with these guys, and they also do not know the difference between a refugee and an illegal immigrant. So to finish off, I propose from now on that we boycott as many businesses as possible that support the invasion of the UK by illegal, undocumented immigrants, rapists, murderers and paedophiles. Stop funding their businesses and their views. After all, just like the Belladonna Tattoo Parlour in Chatsmore, Cannock, who have publicly, for all to see, said that they support these fake refugees. And anybody that opposes their views, and I mean their views as in the shop's views, or attends rallies like this, you are no welcome in their shop because you're a racist. So, don't hand your money over to these guys. Simple. Thank you, guys.